Yo folks, what's going on, man? It's your boy Money Matt. Welcome back to the channel here on the set where we review sneakers, electronics, and toys. But today, what if I was to tell you bigger isn't always better?
What?
Yeah, what are you talking about, bruh? What I'm talking about is this device right here. This is the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold, right? And this is the Google, I got a case on it, so let me get that off of there. This is the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. Now, both of them rock the same internals, kinda, right? You got the Tensor G4 chip on both devices, right? This one just actually has 3 screens. You got this beautiful outer display, which in fact is the same display on the Google Pixel 9, the regular version, right? But when you open up that super actual display and you get to the interior here, it's great too. But why do you say bigger isn't always better? Let me get to the nitty gritty of it, bruh. I ain't gonna hold you long because you probably been seeing 1,000 other Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold videos on YouTube. But yeah, bruh. So you would think that the performance on both of these devices would be essentially the same, right? Not really been the case so far with me using these devices, right? For the most part, I love this device, but at the same time, I have this one on an active line and I try to use this one. It's superbly more snappier than this device. They have the same innards. They have the same memory. So for the life of me, I don't understand why this one is, maybe I got a dud device. Maybe that's the case. Now, don't get me wrong, the device is snappy in a sense, but I've had too many occasions where the device just doesn't cooperate the way it should. I put it on a wireless charger in the car, and what does it do? The screen goes blank. I have to take it off the wireless charger, turn it back on. Takes me a minute. Okay, cool, right? I do the same thing with this device. Yeah, put it on a wireless charger. It's great, responsive, whatever. But for the life of me, I don't understand why I'm having so many issues with the Pixel Fold. I don't. So what are the things that I do like about it? The obvious, right? The outer display is usable. It's not super slim like the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold series. It's actually usable. Now, is it as wide as a normal device? No, but for far as foldable devices, that this one, and let's say for American phones, this one and the OnePlus Fold has about the same size outer display, which makes it way easier to use, right? You don't have to open it up unless you really want to get some other stuff done. That's one thing I like about it. The second thing I like about it really is the inside. Now, that is twofold because it's a pro and a con. Now, if you've used any other foldable device, let's just say Samsung, we'll use the Galaxy Z Fold series for this example. And it's a strong example, right? There are so many options when you open up the device in ways you can use it. Now, there is no tint mode on this device. So with the Z Fold, I was actually able to put it in tint mode and sit it up like this on its side and use the outer display still. Great, right? I was able to actually open it in the L-shaped version here, right? And still use it. Now, you can use that this way on the Pixel, but only in YouTube. Other apps don't really cooperate with it. like that in that environment, well, in that position. So it's a pro and a con. The interior of this device, right, is great. If you want to get some stuff done, it's awesome. Now, there was an issue I was having with YouTube initially, where when you put it in full screen mode and you open it up, right, you had to turn it this way to actually get the content without it cutting itself off. But I've since then fixed that. I signed up for the beta YouTube version, and I think that may go away, but initially that is for foldable devices because it makes it more usable when folded. Cool. Again, this is a pro and a con because the interior is beautiful, but I think Google still treats it as two screens. It really does. So on your layout, everything has its own screen. When you go to your other menus here, there's no way for widgets to expand the entire screen. On the Z Fold, that's possible. Here, if you set this up this way and you have it set the way you like it, when you close it, it's the same way on the outer display. That irritates my soul to the highest level, right? If you've had a Z, and I think that is the problem. I had a Z Fold before. I've had a couple versions of the Z Fold, so I was accustomed to that. Being able to have two different environments. This is one phone, and this essentially is a tablet, and whatever you set here doesn't affect what goes on here. Not the case with the Pixel. But again, if you really want to get some stuff done with the multi-screen, the multitasking, it works phenomenal on this device. So again, that is a pro and a con for this. And the last thing that I really liked about this device is the thickness of it, or i.e. the thinness of it. This device is super thin, like it's crazy thin, to the point where it's a foldable device, and if you rock it with a skin or a light case on it, it just feels like a normal phone. The battery life isn't really that impacted by the size of it. It has a 4,650 milliamp hour battery in this device, which it's great. It's not the best, but it'll work. It'll last you all day. For me, where I am on the daily, for my service provider, and my location and the phone searching for signals, me not having Wi-Fi at work, it could be a struggle to last all day if I'm trying to take in content that's not downloaded on the device. So it could do a little, I'll have to top off and put it on the charger before I even get home. That's 10 hours, so I guess that's fine, right? Again, not the greatest. So that, and it being a Pixel, obviously, that's a plus on any device on the Android side. If it's a Pixel, you're good. The software experience is going to do what it does. You know what you're gonna get. But for me, when I use this device, it kind of put me off a little bit. Initially, I was happy about having this device. Now, not so much, because I started back using this device and realized how much this device is lacking. Now, again, I had the beta software on here for Android 15 on this one. I never put the beta software on this one because by the time I got it, Android 15 was already released and all I had to do was update and we were good to go. So, I don't know. Okay, last thing. Going into this, I knew the cameras were going to be a couple generations behind in the Pixel. So let's say Google Pixel 7-ish type cameras. But again, it's Google. They work magic with these cameras and the algorithms and the machine learning, all of that stuff. So your photos are supposed to look great. But when you're using this and let's say the iPhone 15 Pro or iPhone 16 Pro, yeah, it's kind of hard to take pictures on the Pixel Fold. So, is it worth $1,800? No, sir. Matter of fact, hell no. $1,800 for this device is you have to really know what you're looking for in a device. You have to know that you're going to use it as a foldable the entire time. You're going to use the screen real estate all the time. Well, not all the time, because you're not going to walk around and cram this in your pocket, right? But you have to know where you're getting into when you have a device like this. That's going to come at a cost. The interior camera sucks. The front-facing camera here is not that great. These cameras on the rear, it's okay, it's passable, but once you've been up here, it's kind of hard to come down here to settle. And the delta between the three, the price difference is crazy. And I know it's a different type of device. Foldables are more expensive because of the moving parts. You have 3 screens, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras on here, maybe 5. No, it's only 4. You got 4 cameras on this device. Yeah. But what I will say is durability is not in question. Okay, at least in my instance, durability was not a question. Less than 24 hours of having this device, it took a dive. It took a dive on the ground. And I don't know if you'll be able to see that in this, but the camera housing is all scratched up there. Let's see, we can get, there it is. And here we took a ding. We got some dings on this thing, man, without a case. And I was so scared to open it up, but when I did, yeah, it survived. Just cosmetic damages, and yeah, that was great. Now you say, all right, you dropped the phone, maybe that something happened to the device when you dropped it. No, functionality is great. It's just when I do certain things, it hangs up. I gotta restart it, and maybe I got a bad one. I don't know. But for me and my experience with the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold, man, I nailed it again that time, bro. That's commendable. Anyway, it just hasn't been a pleasant experience with this device. Needless to say, I'm going back to my iPhone and my Pixel 9 Pro XL, which the Pro XL for me is probably going to be the phone of the year. Hands down. I don't care what you Samsung Knights, as Flossie Carter says. I think this phone is probably going to be the one for me. But that's all I got for you today, man. Straight up, honest review on the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold. Yeah, it's a mixed bag of nuts, bro. It definitely is a mixed bag of nuts, and you really have to know what you're getting into when you get this device. Now, will I come back to this device? I 100% will come back to this device. But as it currently stands, there's a lot of bugs that needs to be squashed in this device, at least for me. Maybe I'll try to do a claim on it or something and say that it's glitchy, but it doesn't even run hot. Man, it's a good device. It's not. All right, man, I'm gone, bro. I'ma quit bitching and get on out of here and go do something with the rest of my life, man, as you should as well, right after you hit that like and subscribe button for your boy, because we here on the set greatly appreciate any feedback or anything you can contribute to the channel so we may continue to grow. I'm your host, Money Matt, and I'm gonna get on out of here, as I said before, and go do something important with the rest of my life. I bid you folks adieu. I don't know. Peace.